Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my October update for my rolling Project 10 pan. I will have my playlist for this project linked down below in case you want to catch up, or if this is your first time catching my rolling Project 10 pan and want to follow from the beginning of 2021. I'll leave that playlist linked down below, as well as all of the other projects that I'm currently participating in. I am currently participating in quite a few project pans, so if you like to binge watch project panning content, don't forget to check out the description box. If you're interested in seeing my progress, stay tuned for if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love for you to consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, you guys, I don't have the most exciting progress to share with you guys today. I have two products I'll be rolling out, but nothing that I have finished or hit pan on. I definitely wore makeup more in September than I did in August, but still not that frequently to have made like a ton of progress. So let's start with the two products that have been in this project since the very beginning, starting with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. This I have been working on all year. At the beginning of this year, this was weighing 13 grams, and this has pretty consistently weighed 10 grams for the last like 4 months or so. It still weighs 10 grams, and I mean, I have made some progress. This is where we are at right now. Great, my camera battery is gonna die. How lucky am I? Okay, there we go. As I was saying, I've definitely made significant progress over the course of the year. When we started, I was like about halfway through this. I thought that I was gonna go through this really quickly, but this has definitely taught me that eyeshadow primers take forever to get through. I did just recently purchase the new Milk Hydro Grip like concealer and eye primer, and I think I'm gonna end up just using that as a concealer primer because I don't love it as an eye primer. I'm hoping still to finish this by the end of the year, but still I'm not sure, just because you need so little product of this to be effective. But if you guys have any eyeshadow primer recommendations, leave them below. I'm not interested in picking this one up again. I'm kind of just over this one. It's just a little bit too heavy for my eyes, so I'll be excited to hopefully finish this. I would imagine this will take me like through the rest of the year to finish it up. Like if we're finishing that, it'll be like the last days of 2021. And then I've also been working on my Kosas Revealer Concealer all year. My lid broke off at the beginning of the year, so lucky me, I literally have a piece of tape over this. I'm not sure where we are. I feel like when I look through this, I don't know if you'll be able to see, probably not at all. I don't necessarily have any windowing right now, but when I look down this, it looks like there's not a lot of product left, and I do see some windowing sometimes when I do use this product. Because my lid is broken, this is not something I'm going to take the stopper out of, because that would just be an absolute disaster. I'm still hopeful I can finish this by the end of the year. I will eventually replace this. I've gone back and forth on this concealer. I love the formula. I hate that my lid broke, so I have been saying that I wouldn't replace this, but I do feel like this is my favorite concealer that I've ever used. I went back to the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer, and now that I'm using that one again, I do just prefer the Kosas one. So this is something I will replace when I finish. I will purchase a shade that's a little bit darker because this one is a little bit too light for me. Even at my fairest, I feel like this is just too light. I do think that this is another one that will take me to the very end of the year to finish if I finish that. So we're going to continue to keep working on that. Next up, I have my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Beam, and I've made pretty good progress on this throughout the course of the year. Obviously, it was pretty much brand new when we rolled it in, and we are about right here right now. This has been weighing 10 grams pretty consistently the last few months or so, and it still weighs 10 grams. I maybe wore this one time, and I actually just rolled my other Glossier Cloud Paint into my whole collection project pan. So I have made the decision that I am going to be rolling this one out. By no means would I finish this by the end of the year, and this is really a shade that I prefer in the spring summertime, so I'm just going to put this one away until next spring when I'll continue to work on it again. I am really happy with the progress that I made on this product, and I use this a ton this year, but I'm going to be rolling that one out, and I will get to the product I'll be replacing that with at the end of the video. Next up, I have this Milk Powder Highlight. This is the Flex Highlighter, and I have mine in the shade Lit. this is what mine is currently looking like. My goal is just to hit pan on this. When I rolled this into this project, I originally gave myself a usage goal and I then changed it to hitting pan. I don't feel like I reached for this near enough to make any significant progress on it, and I'll be really curious to see how deep the pans on this actually are. I feel like the pan could actually be pretty deep. I could start using this as an inner corner highlight if I remember to do that, and then I could feel like maybe I would hit pan on this by the end of the year. This is a really beautiful formula. I do really love this highlighter, but it can get pretty intense pretty quickly. If you go in with a fluffy brush, obviously you can shear this one out, but I am so hopeful I will hit pan on this by the end of the year, but this is another one I do feel like will take me until the end of the year to be successful with. And this one has been weighing 60 grams since April, so still weighs 60 grams, no weight change on that one. Next up is the other product that I'm going to be rolling out. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Light Wand in the shade Peachgasm. I was certain this was going to be a super quick product to finish, and it just did not prove to be super quick to finish. This is where we were when I rolled this in, and I would say I'm about right here right now. So I've made some progress on this, but this is another one that I just prefer for these spring summer months, and I'm just going to put this away. I was really hoping to finish this and call this an empty for this year, but I don't see that happening. This has weighed 14 grams the last 3 months, and it's still weighing 14 grams. So I'm ready to just roll this out. I'm going to be replacing my Glossier Beam with another liquid blush, and rather than rolling another like liquid blush for this, I'm going to roll in another primer to replace this, just because I don't have a primer I'm actively working on in this project, and that just made sense for me for this project. So we'll get to that product again at the end of the video. Next up, I have been working on this little mini Rare Beauty liquid lipstick since July. When I rolled it in July, it weighed 17 grams. It weighed 17 grams last month, and we did see a gram of movement, and now it is weighing at 16 grams. This is what is on my lips today. This still has some product left. I do definitely have to dip in a few times to get a full coating on my lips. It's a really nice, comfortable formula. I think it's a really beautiful shade for the fall time. I would say I probably have 1 to 2 more months worth of progress on this before this is an empty, and my goal is still to finish this one off. Another product that I rolled in July is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. This is the Buxom Wanderlust blush in the shade Seychelles. This is what mine is looking like. I actually have used this just about every day that I did my makeup this last month, but I'm pretty sure when I show you pictures, it will look virtually the same. I absolutely adore this blush. I can pair this with just about anything to kind of neutralize something or add a little bit of like a satin sheen or a glow to the cheeks. It's a really flexible, really versatile product. I have a feeling the pans are going to be very deep on this, and it is a more firmly pressed blush, so movement is very slow going, but I kind of just wanted to track my progress on this through the rest of the year. So when I rolled this in, it was 38 grams in July, and it's still weighing 38 grams today. So we'll just continue to keep going on this. I don't even feel like I really see any sort of a dip or anything. My goal really would just to see a dip by the end of the year. Next up, I rolled in my Tarte Maracuja Tinted Moisturizer in August to work on. This is something that I was basically like halfway through when I rolled this in. This is an old marking from a previous project, but this is where we were when we rolled it in, and I have had pretty consistent progress the last couple of months. It weighed 35 grams when I rolled it in, and it's currently weighing 31 grams. So we have seen some good movement in this. I still am not 100% confident I will finish this by the end of the year. I was really hoping that I could work my way through this and count this as a foundation empty by the end of 2021, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I have been not super excited to reach for this, and there's other new foundations that I've been excited to try out and other favorites, but still would love to finish this. I feel like it would take some pretty consistent effort and some more makeup usage for me. There's still 3 more months in the year though, so maybe we'll finish this by the end of the year, but again, this is one I feel like will take us right through to the end if it is to be an empty. And then my e.l.f. bronzer I rolled in last update. For the September update, I had finally hit pan on my Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer, and my goal this year with powder bronzer is to just hit pan on as many as possible rather than really focusing my efforts on 1 or 2 to finish up. So I chose my e.l.f. Sunkissed, Forever Sunkissed Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sun Kissed to work on next. I have been using this a ton. I think I use this bronzer just about every time I did my makeup. And when I insert pictures, like when I look at this, I can see like the outline of the ring, but I felt like I could see the outline of the ring when I rolled this in. So I don't know. I still feel like this could come maybe as like a surprise pan, but I feel like the pan is still a ways away. I'm still hopeful. Maybe I could have pan on this next update, especially if I continue to use this just about every time that I do my makeup. But I've also heard other people who have panned this say that they basically felt like they were going to hit pan for months before they ended up actually seeing the pan in this one. So we'll see. We'll see about this one. I'm hopeful that I'll hit pan next month, and then hopefully can maybe hit one more bronzer pan before the end of the year, but not 100% sure on that one. And then the last product that I have to update you on, I also rolled in last update. I rolled in my Glossier Wowder. I have been definitely into a pressed powder over a loose powder lately, so I wanted to roll this in and focus on this so that I could count this as an empty towards the end of the year, just because I was really close on finishing this powder. When I rolled this in, we were right here, and now we are right here. So very, very little product left in this, and I honestly feel like I could definitely have this as an empty by the next update. I don't necessarily have another loose powder that I would have to replace this with that I felt like I could make significant progress the last couple of months of the year, but maybe I'll try and roll in like a pressed powder to hit pan on. But I definitely feel like I'll have this as an empty by the end of, or by the next update. This is something I will eventually repurchase. I would like to move my way through a couple of my other loose powders before repurchasing this, but I would say this is one of my favorite loose powders just because it is lighter weight, but still does a nice job of locking my makeup in without looking too heavy. So we'll eventually repurchase this one. This weighed 61 grams when I rolled it in, and it weighs 60 grams today. So there was a little bit of weight change there. So that brings us to the two products that I will be rolling in to replace the two products that I'm rolling out. In place of my Glossier Beam Liquid Blush, I'm going to be rolling in this Maybelline Cheek Heat. This is actually the blush that I have on today, and I am about halfway through this. But this also is like a really moussey sort of texture. So even though a normal liquid blush that I still had half of left, I feel like would take me a really long time, I feel like this actually goes really quickly, and I feel like I have to kind of use a lot of product, or what feels like a lot of product, in order to get the effect that I want. So my goal is going to be to finish this by the end of the year. I feel like I've been making good progress on some of my cream and liquid blushes, and I would love to have another cream / liquid blush empty by the end of the year. I know it's an aggressive goal, but it is a good shade for this time of year, I feel like, as well. So I'm giving myself the goal of finishing this up, and then to replace the Glossier, the Charlotte Tilbury liquid blush, like I said, I'm going to roll in a primer. I'm almost done with both of the primers that I'm working on in other projects. So I'm going to pull in my Catrice Prime and Fine Poreless Blur Primer. Of all of my pore filling / blurring primers, I believe this is the oldest one in my collection. I still have quite a bit of this left. Like, we're pretty much full. I still have quite a bit of this left. We are pretty much full, as you can see. I've maybe used this 10 times in its lifetime. It is a really, really nice blurring primer. I think it's nice because it doesn't pill, and I've never had any issues layering other products on top of this. In the fall winter time, I do typically tend to go for a more full coverage look, and I do reach for a primer like this more frequently. And it's just kind of the primer that I feel, if I finish this off, I don't think I would replace this, because I personally prefer the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer if I'm looking for a pore filling primer at an affordable cost. So while I still like this, I don't think I'll replace it. And I do like to pan products like that I'll actually just move out of my collection without replacing, because then it's like an empty, not like an empty I'll replace, if that makes sense. But this is going to be the 10th and final item that I will be now focused on in my Rolling Project 10 pan. That is going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch. I would love to hear in the comments below what products you've recently finished up, or what products you are focused on to finish before the end of the year. Thank you guys for supporting me, as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.